Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss naive Bayes algorithm. So we will see first what is the formula for it, and then we'll move to the example part where we'll understand how this equation is helping us to solve our classification problem. Okay, let's get started. So over here you can see we have two classes. Okay, it is a 2D coordinate, and over there we have distributed two type of classes. One is red and another one is green. So now one new data point comes. Okay, now we have to classify whether this point will be a class 1 or a class 2 point. Okay, so in order to evaluate this point, what we'll do, we'll see one formula. The formula for naive Bayes algorithm is probability of A given B is equal to probability of B given A into probability of A upon probability of B. So here this dash is like it is represented as given A event A given that B has already occurred. Event B has already occurred. Okay, so in this way we pronounce it. Now we'll see how this formula can be implemented to our example. Okay, so the problem statement here is we have to find whether this point belongs to class 1 or class 2. First we'll see with class 1, then we'll find the probability with class 2. Okay, so for class 1, probability of class 1 given that x has already occurred, so x is this point. Okay, so this x point we got, and we have to find the probability whether this point belongs to this class 1 or not. So this is equal to probability of x given that class 1 has occurred into probability of class 1 divided by probability of x. Now we'll see one by one what this all represent. Okay, firstly we have probability of class 1. So what is this class 1? Number of points in class 1, number of points. So we have total 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. We have 13 points in class 1. Number of points in class 1, 13. Total number of points. So over here we have how many points? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This 13, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So in class 2 we have 9 points. So in total we have 13 plus 9. 13 plus 9 is 22, right? Okay, so this is equal to number of points in class 1 is 13 divided by 22. So if we calculate 13 divided by 22, it comes out to be 0.59. Now we have probability of x. Probability of x is number of similar observation. So what this algorithm does is it will create a circle. ओके, अभी ये पॉइंट जो है न्यू पॉइंट, वो तो बिहेव करेगा जो उसके आजू बाजू जो पॉइंट्स रहेंगे उसके जैसे बिहेव करेगा, राइट? बिकॉज इट विल बी आइडेंटिकल, आइडेंटिकल एज इन सिमिलर टू दिस आजू बाजू पॉइंट वाला, दिस पॉइंट्स. ओके, so number of similar observation in divided by total number of points. So we have similar observation inside the circle is 1 2 3, 3 points. 3 divided by total number of points is 22. 13 plus 9. So this will be equal to 3 upon 22. 0.13. Just a second. So this will be 0.13. Okay. Then we have probability of x given that class 1 has already occurred. Okay, so let us see what it is. Number of points in class 1 inside the circle. So number of inside this circle, we have 2 points which belongs to class 1, right? So over here this is only written. Divided by total number of points in class 1. So total number of class 1 we have 13. So this will be equal to total number of points inside the class we have 2 divided by total number of points in class 1 is 30. So this will be equal to 2 divided by 30, 0.15. Approximate value I am taking. Okay, now let us substitute this all value to this our formula. Okay, so this will be equal to, we have probability of x given that class 1 has occurred. So this is 0.15. 0.15 into probability of class 1, which is 0.59, divided by probability of x, which is 0.13. Let us see what result. 0.15 into 0.59 divided by 0.13. So this is around 0.68. So this value represent that this new point is having 68% probability that it belongs to class 1. Okay, similarly we'll see for class 2. We'll calculate probability of class 2 given that x is occurred at x has occurred is equal to probability of x given that class 2 has occurred into probability of class 2 divided by probability of x. So I want you all to pause this video and calculate this values and substitute it and then cross validate it. Okay, so now you can pause and calculate. Okay, I think you have calculated. Now I will also calculate. So probability of class 2. Number of points in class 2 we have 9. So 9 divided by total number of points is 22. So 9 divided by 22 is 0.41 approximately. Then we have probability of it. This will be same in both the cases, 0.13. Then we have probability of x given that class 2 has occurred. Number of points in class 2 inside the circle. Inside the circle we have only one value of class 2. So this will be 1 by total number of points in class 2 we have 9. 1 by 9. So this will be equal to 0.11. So let us substitute now. So we have probability of x given that class 2 has occurred. This value is 0.11 into probability of class 2 is 0.41 divided by probability of x, which is 0.13. So this will be equal to 0.11 into 0.41 upon 0.13. 0.34 around, approximate value 0.34. So the probability of this point being a class 2 is 0.34. The next step is to find the maximum between this two. So firstly we have found that probability of class 1 given that x has occurred, so this is 0.68, this value. Then we have probability of class 2 given that x has occurred, this is 0.34. Now I've taken this approximate value, but if you sum this up it will give you as 1. Probability is always lying between 0 to 1, right? So now we have to find the maximum of the two. Okay, in the next step, this is, as we can see, this is giving the maximum probability. So this new point belongs to class 1. Now we will see practical implementation of this algorithm. Okay, let's get started with that. Here I've imported all the libraries, and then using pandas.read CSV I've loaded our dataset. This is social networking ads, okay, CSV file. Then I have segregated my independent and dependent feature. Let us see what is this data. So over here we can see it contains user ID, gender, age, estimated salary and purchase. Based on this four features we have to find whether a person will buy a product or not. Okay, so here I have splitted my data into training and test part in order to evaluate our model. Okay, this test size I have kept as 0.25, which is 25%, and rest of the 75% will be used for training. Then I have scaled this data. In my previous video I have told you that what is the importance of this scaling. Okay, then from sklearn I have imported naive Bayes and I've created one instance, and after that I have fitted my training part, okay, xtrain and ytrain, in order to learn. Then afterwards I've done prediction. Let us see what we got. Ypred ones and zeros, okay, based on my x test value. This is my x test value, and this x test has resulted into my prediction. Now let us see how we can evaluate our model using confusion matrix. We have 64 true positive, 27 true negatives, then this 4 and 5 are for true positive, false positive and false negative value. So this 4 and 5 are errors. Then you can use this code in order to visualize how your naive Bayes algorithm is working. So over here you can see it has created one boundary. So the 0 means the user will not buy the product, so it belongs to this red part, and the green part belongs to the person will buy a product. Okay, so in this way naive Bayes has created one boundary. Okay, so here we can see we got a total of 9 errors, right? So here we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. It is overlapping over here. So we got a 9 data point which has error. Okay, so this was it from my side, naive Bayes algorithm and its implementation. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye.